the care with which you developed this. Happy Mother's Day.
In the heart of rain, of breaking that never learns to dance. It's a dream of rain awakening that never takes a chance. It's the one who will be taken, who cannot seem to give, and the soul of freedom dying never learns to live. When the night has been too lonely and the road has been too long, and you think that love is only working and the strong, just remember in the winter beneath the bittern's cold, like the seeds that with the sun's love in the spring becomes old.
And thank you to Reverend Julianne and to all of the musicians of Interfaith Community for blessing us today in this time. And as we move from the quietness back to a place where we feel our togetherness, we take time to share gifts and offerings. Though we're not passing an offering basket or an offering plate, there is something within you that Reverend Julianne talked about that urges you to do something, urges you to give back in some way. So this is a time when we talk about that giving back. So of course, Interfaith Community and Unity of Payson appreciate the giving back that you do to this community, because the communities continue to exist to serve, even in a time when we don't meet together physically. So we appreciate that thing, and there are ways you're able to give back to them. And I'd like Tom to give this slide for Unity of Payson. We have a post office box to which you may mail a check, and also on our website, a place to donate. And we appreciate those gifts. And for Interfaith Community, similarly, that information is there for you to continue to give during this time. And we are extremely grateful. What we say at Unity of Payson, because we know it's part of a cycle of giving and receiving, and we would say this together, and you can say it with me in your own space if you know it, and it's there on the slide. Freely we give, and freely we receive. And so it is. We'll move now to an offertory song. And during this time, take that urge and make it into an intention, or write that check, or get online to make a donation as a part of this cycle of giving and receiving. And now we'll have Jim Sorensen again with Create.
shining star, imagine all the beauty
Thank you, Jim. So we know that these gifts go out to do a mighty work in many ways, and we are grateful for them and the abundance and that state of abundance that they signify. And Unity of Payson, we say together, usually a dedication of our offering, and you can say it with me if you like, as it's on the screen. Divine love through us blesses and multiplies all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. We are abundantly prosperous. We give thanks. So at Unity of Payson, we follow the Unity Worldwide annual themes. And for the month of May, the theme is curiosity. I live in a world of wonder. So throughout the month, we will pursue that theme. Next week, I am the speaker, and my title is Wonder and Reinvention. We have announcements that we'd like to give, and this will be both for us at Unity Payson and for Interfaith Community. Let me just speak briefly about our morning coffee on Zoom at 9:30 weekdays. All Unity Payson events are on the same link. The one that you used to arrive here can bring you to everything else. And come and connect with us if you're so inclined. It's a wonderful time. We're really enjoying that time. On Tuesday this coming week is our spiritual soup. And I want Gaia. Gaia, if you can unmute yourself and just give us about a minute's worth of spiritual soup and where that's going and how that ties in with the Intender's Circle. Do we have you, Gaia? So perhaps Gaia's off. I'll sub for Gaia as much as I can. Or Betty, are you on? If Betty, I know has helped to develop some of the things for the Intender Circle. Our spiritual soup will be a discussion of the power of intention and as it relates to Intender Circle. But Betty, take a moment if you will, and just speak about Intender Circle. We have wonderful internet services. I'm saying this because I'm intending that we will have wonderful internet services in Payson, but they don't always work. So I guess you're really down to me. Intender Circle, as Betty was speaking kind of up front, is a similar to the mastermind circles that some of you may be familiar with. Those mastermind circles are supporting of each individual in their goals. And Intender Circle takes it a little bit more on a spiritual bent, where we set an intention and powerfully support each other in the process of doing that. We're grateful in the process. We set that intention and we support each other as it goes through. It's a really nice one person-to-person approach to support as we pursue that we choose to manifest in our lives. So please join us for Spiritual Soup 6:30 on Zoom on Tuesday, and we'll discuss this, and you'll then be able to move forward to Intender Circle if that's something you're being called to. I would move on to Wednesday, May 13th, and Teresa has also already spoken a bit about this. It's the final time. You would be welcome even if you have not attended any of the other sessions. It's a wonderful discussion to sit in on, and so please join us if you can. And if you've been there, you'll know you don't want to miss this last time on discussing the art of pilgrimage and the personal spiritual journeys that we have, and how we can share those with each other. Then we do go on to that Intender Circle. So the Spiritual Soup on Tuesday is kind of a primer for this Intender Circle that happens at noon on Saturday, May 9th. And if you have questions, get to me via email or on the website, contact, and we'll provide the information. But that's on Saturday at noon. I'm going to turn it over to Manny because we have some announcements for Interfaith Community. Manny, if you will just go ahead and share with us what you've got.
Okay, thank you. Zoom with Interfaith Community on the 17th at 10:30. Join us online for a Sunday celebration to celebrate. And more information will come in our newsletter, so check the email. If you don't receive emails yet, sign up at WW Interfaith Community. Would you like to have an online coffee with community? Please contact me or Rev J. And starting next month, we will start a spiritual book study. So also online Course in Miracles groups on Zoom, Tuesday 6:30, Wednesday 1 o'clock, and Rev J will be facilitating, and I'll be the sidekick. So I'll be the sidekick, and we will send that out on our emails. So anyway, also our theme is Zoom, Zeal opens our minds. So we will be Zooming. So thank you. And thank you, Neil. Appreciate it.
You're
We're so
wonderful.
grateful to have shared with you, Neil. Thank you.
Oh, we're delighted that we could do this together. So as we normally end our service, we sing the peace song. I'm going to make sure that we've got everybody muted at this point. And so I'm going to... And join with me as we say together the prayer for protection on your screen. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. And the presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. So I'm going to just take the moment